This is a Stand Up Labs production, powered by digital media.
Hey, Madison Square Garden, folks. Ooh-wee. That's where Mark was. Stick around through my horse shit to get to the Madison Square Garden, folks. We got a crazy cunt on an airplane, and we got
she was chilly.
Who else did we have?
We had a San Antone, we had a La Tierra, and we had a...
Meat Tierra
and a stick or treat.
Yeah, a lot of Mexicans, a stick or treat, and nothing offensive on this one, really.
I said gook.
Yeah, but that was for fun.
All right, it's a fun gook.
And you said retarded gook.
Yeah, so it cancels it out.
All right, listen. Hey gang, I forgot to mention it when we first recorded it, but on Tuesday, July 19th, I'm having an album release party. I know what you're thinking. Didn't you tell us that the album comes out on July 15th? Yes, but I will be away on a big tour, which you'll hear all about soon. Album comes out July 15th, but on July 19th, that's Tuesday, July 19th, I'm having an album release party / show at The Stand. Right here in New York City. So come on out. Tickets are just $5. It's a killer show. Mark will be on there. Ari Shafir, myself, Jason Canner, Sarah Talamash, and hopefully some special guests. So July 19th, Tuesday, $5, 10 p.m. It's going to be the best lineup in the city that night. So come on out, and maybe I'll be giving away some free downloads or whatever. I don't know how it works, but we'll be drinking beers, hanging out. You can rub elbows with some of the boys and girls. Whatever. July 19th, $5. Come on out. I'd love to see you. Thanks. I love you. Hey, Mark. Fake banter for the intro.
That's all I know how to do.
Great.
Good to be here.
Welcome to Tuesdays with
Stories.
Hit her in the face with a surfboard.
And then the duck fell out of his bag.
Surf's up. And she didn't even flush.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Mark Norman and Joe List.
Yeah! This is Tuesdays with Stories, everybody.
Nah, that's terrible.
This is supposed to be cheesy.
My radio is spitting at me.
Oh, yeah! Tuesdays with Stories, everybody. Good to be back. Mark Norman here, and that's...
Hey, I'm Joseph Albert List. I was born in Stoughton, Massachusetts. Tough Town, we call it. Goddard Hospital, no longer there. I have AIDS.
Stoughton?
Yeah, they call it Tough Town because the word tough is right in there. And, you know, there's a lot of Latinos and African Americanos.
How do you get tough in there?
It's Stoughdton.
Ah!
I feel bad that I said Africa. It's a tough town. There's white assholes, too. They're Irish. They fight. You know, it's the whole thing is tough.
Especially after the Latino fans you just bumped into.
Oh, we have a lot of Mexican fans. Unbelievable.
Ay caramba.
Unbelievable. Mexicano. Fuck you, Trump.
Yeah, we're building a wall and not paying for it.
Yeah, take no wall. Tear down that wall, Mr. Trump.
We don't need no
education. Oh, we probably do, you and I.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
We could use a little.
I could use a reading.
But Stoughton, we have been to Stoughton before. You and I, yeah, we went to Alex's Exotic Dance Club, Gentlemen's Club. Remember that?
I have been to Tough Town.
We did that one show up in wherever, the drug benefit. The OD fella.
Mount Marlboro.
In Marlboro.
Yes,
That's right.
Yes.
Good memory. And then we went down to Alex's and looked at some real gross twat.
Oh, that was some sloppy snatch.
Yeah, it was BT.
Bad times?
Twat.
Oh, bad twat.
Good times. Yeah, we went there and it was like the real, like the lights were already up. The house lights were on. It was like a Pearl Jam encore. House lights on, and it was yucky, and they weren't putting any effort in anymore. They were just kind of standing about.
Yeah, one was reading.
Yes.
Yeah, checking her phone, just kind of wiggling with her phone in her hand. It was a bad news bears, and you were sober.
Yeah.
Yes. Strip club sober, that's got to be a tough go.
Well, we went in Vancouver together. That was fun. You have a group. I mean, strip club, it's still naked people.
I'm going to come clean. Not a huge fan.
I'm not a huge strip club guy either, but you got the right group.
Yeah.
It can be fun. You're getting laid a lot. I mean, so you're seeing naked women. But I think for most people that are at strip clubs a bunch, they don't get to see a naked woman. So, I'll go in there and there'll just be a naked woman.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
You're about to go to Mount Royal. Will you go to any naked women places?
I'll go to one just to do it. You know, it's a good way to kill the day.
Yeah.
But I just can't stand. I'm a selfish guy. I want things. I can't stand not touching them.
Right, I see. Well, up there you can touch.
Oh,
You can touch and sniff and scratch and sniff.
Well, I got rolled by a Italian stripper last year. I went.
Really? What, she hit you with her handbag?
No. She said it's $10 a song or something like that, and I was like, great. How long's a song? 6 minutes? I'll be in and out. Put on Stairway to Heaven. And 38 minutes later, I was down $380.
Yeah, they really get you. They're not always honest over there. By the way, have we talked about this? Everyone talks about, you mentioned Montreal to an American. They go, hey, St. Catharines, you got to hit St. Catharines. So they make it sound like St. Catherine is the strip club street.
Oh, is that right?
But really, it's just the main thoroughfare, the main way.
Uh-huh.
And there happens to be strip clubs there.
Right.
Like when I grew up, I was like, oh, that must be the crazy strip.
Yeah.
But it's just the main road. Like it's H&M, it's Macy's, it's the movie theater, it's every bar, every diner. It's just, it'd be like if you called Broadway, like, hey, you better hit Times Square, because there's that one titty bar there.
Right.
It just doesn't make sense.
It's not like Bourbon Street, where it's just a fucking tranny jerk fest.
Right.
You know?
I couldn't be more jealous that you're going to Montreal just for laughs. If you ever get a chance, folks,
boy.
you're comedy fans, get yourself a ticket or a pass, however it works. Go up to Montreal for that festival. Comedians as far as the eye can see. Great shows. This year going to be a lot of fun people up there.
Yeah, I always say Comedy Disneyland. You're looking out in everybody, they put all the comics in one hotel, the Hilton, and that lobby is just like, oh, there's Bill Burr, there's Louis C.K., there's Todd Glass, there's, Robin Williams before he died.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good times.
Robin Williams died?
It was rough.
Hairy chest.
Hairy arms.
Indeed.
Harry Chapin.
Carpenter.
Ooh. Jesus was a carpenter.
And a Jew, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, dirty Jew.
Oh, boy. Yeah, well, speaking of
Jews
dirty,
for
boy,
Jesus.
my
Why
asshole.
do they have the Jews for Jesus? Why do they have that?
Jews for Jesus.
You always see the guys on the subway, Jews for Jesus, Jews for Jesus. I'm like, well, why wouldn't you be for Jesus?
I don't know, because I think that's more of a Christian thing. I think that Jesus,
why are we worshiping a Jew?
They worship Spielberg or somebody, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if they have a Jesus.
I think they worship Moses. That's a guy? He had a tablet.
Sounds Jewy. I know he's a desert. I don't know much about religion, to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah, we need Shelbo in here.
Theology.
Yes.
The study of Theo Vaughn.
Aha. He's good.
Is he?
Well, he's a good egg.
I don't know him that well at all. Boy, jeez. Oh.
He's a cute kid, southern gent from Louisiana. He was the guy when I started.
Oh, really?
Well, he was on Road Rules, and just being on TV in New Orleans was like, holy shit.
Was it Road Rules or Real World?
He was Road Rules.
Oh, the first Road Rules I was way into.
Oh, I got way into the Real World and Road Rules.
There was Kit and Mark. They were like a fun couple. I wanted to fuck both of them, and I want to say which one more. Mark was like a muscular Zach Morris.
Ooh.
He was really sexy. And then Kit
that.
had a little thickness to her, but she was sexy. And then there was like a blonde girl who was really sweet, Allie. I remember she had a Kermit the Frog thing. And then there was Carlos.
Okay.
He was a Mexicano.
Maybe a fan.
Probably a fan. We got huge Mexican fans down there in San Antonio. I can't thank you enough. Muchas gracias. I mean, unbelievable. I think the Latinos are the group we shit on the least on the show.
Yeah, they don't complain, though. That's the thing.
I think it helps.
You don't hear a bunch of Latinos going, hey, hey, hey. That's because it's Fat Albert's line. But
yeah,
you know what I mean?
What does hey, hey, hey mean?
Like, hey, 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 you can't say that.
Oh, I
no
see.
me gusta.
Yeah, they're too busy having a good time and working, as they say.
Yeah, they do fucking work. I was thinking about the other day. You got these Mexicans on the construction site. They keep their head down. They're 4'1", and they just lift a boulder on their shoulder. No questions asked.
Yeah, no queso asco. Boy, I had a lot of queso down there in San Antonio. San Antonio's a great city. You ever go to San Antonio?
I'm not a fan of it.
Really?
Nah.
What don't you like?
Well, I lived there for a year, and I wanted to kill myself.
Why'd you live there?
I worked on a movie set for a whole year.
Oh, wow, in San Antonio.
Yeah, the movie's called From Mexico with Love. It's a real C movie, and it really bombed.
Wait, what movie shoots for a year?
Yeah, well, this
What
one
the
was real
fuck is
bad,
that?
way over sketch.
I would imagine. Typically, 3 months is a long shoot.
It was a boxing movie, and the only guy who was of note was the dude from Scarface, the friend.
Al Pacino.
The other friend.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
The friend of that.
Angel Gonzalez. Who's the comedian that's in that?
Angel Salazar.
Angel Salazar. If I could have got that out, it would have been something.
Gonzalez was a good pull.
I'm sure Angel Gonzalez was on the crew.
Yeah, he was a grip. But yeah, I can't. Paul Bruno. I don't know the guy's name.
Bruno Mars.
No, he wishes he wasn't born.
Oh,
yet.
Bruno Kirby.
No, Jewish.
Bruno Kirby's not Jewish.
Is he Italian?
He's Italian.
I think he's from Brooklyn.
Yeah, he was in The Godfather Part 2.
And
Played Clemenza.
Harry Met Sally.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Home Alone, I believe.
no.
Wasn't he a cabbie in something?
No, he was a cabbie in This Is Spinal Tap.
That's what it was.
He's the driver.
I don't know where I got Home Alone from.
No, that's a different movie. Both great comedies.
Yeah, Hughes, man.
Yeah.
And Guest.
And Guest. Hey, how about that Fred Willard? We talked about that already.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Well,
I cut you off. I got off on the Mexicans and the construction.
well, San Antonio, you said you didn't like it.
Nothing
no
going
cutoff.
on over there. They got that one little mall with the river runs through it.
River Center, River Phoenix.
Yeah. He's dead. Also,
He drowned, right?
now he heroin, I believe.
Oh, he drowned in heroin.
Yeah, a lot of heroin.
But, this is the River Center. It's cool, though. It's nice people. It's a lot of Mexican food. We went to, me and the guys, the openers, we had, Kool-Aid was the guy. Alex. I forget Alex's last name.
Wait,
Shit.
his name was Kool-Aid?
That's his nickname.
Oh, okay.
Big guy. I forget his last name. Alex Amino or something like that. I'll find it. Don't worry. Yeah, he's that guy. Great guy. Alex. Oh, I wrote Alex Ansel is his last name. Like
Ansel
Ansel
Adams.
Yeah. Alex Ansel. And then we had Michael Suarez.
Whoa!
Yeah, Suarez. And he middled. And just a great. It's one of those weekends you're like, I wish they could all be like this. Nice guys,
Really?
low pressure, good city. And Suarez, hilarious. Great bits. Enjoys the show from time to time. I think he listened to like 4 before I got there just to be like, hey, I listened.
That counts.
But who knows? Maybe he'll listen now. Hopefully, I get a shout out. He'll have to listen every week now.
Yeah, Suarez, get on the boat.
But both great guys, and they took me out to, we went to Mi Tierra. Did you go to Mi Tierra?
I don't believe I did.
Well, it's a 24-hour Mexican restaurant. Been there since 1946.
Ay.
It's a 46 cabin restaurant.
Yeah.
So we go there, and it's all decked out. It's got the things hanging, and it's lights, and it's like it's every famous Latino is painted up on the wall. And there's all these different rooms and stuff. There's a big fake shark or whatever, swordfish, whatever that is.
Sure,
Fish, mammal, whatever. Well, that was fun.
That was great.
Like a little synergy there.
Yeah, Sin.
So, anyways, Sin City, San Antonio,
Yeah.
San Antonio.
That works.
I'm Mike Kaplan. Anyways, so we were there. We go to Mi Tierra. Great food. We got this queso with fucking pork built into it. It's called queso something I can't pronounce.
Queso Concerto.
Something like that. But it's a big porky queso. And that was great. I had these enchiladas, and they come over. They play the guitar over there.
Ooh, yeah, like the movies.
Remember that idea you had a long time ago about the mariachi bands on the train?
I had the
That's
idea.
funny.
That
It was
wasn't
your
my idea.
It was your idea.
I didn't tell them to do that.
Unless you took it. No, the idea for a sketch.
Oh.
It was Mexicans are taking Americans'
Yes,
jobs.
yes.
Remember that? We should shoot that.
You
It's
remember
great.
that?
That's gold.
I didn't think you listened to me.
I always listen. The
All right.
first 4 letters of listen are list.
Aha. But the last 2 are EN.
Anal N-words.
Enron. Terrible company. All right. So, yeah, that's a good sketch. We should shoot that.
Yeah, why not?
We have to get some guitars, though. That could be
And
pricey.
some Mexicans.
Ooh.
We have to fly them in.
Well, they like to work.
Anyways, it was a great time. We went to Mi Tierra, and then we went to Two Brothers. Pardon the slang.
Dos Hermanos.
Dos Brothers.
I think is that brother Hermano? Yeah, I think I nailed that.
Ray Hermano. Ray Brothers. Too many puns in this episode. I
lot of
apologize,
puns.
everybody. I'm sorry. I might take my own life. Or my wife.
Puns don't kill people. People do. All right.
Yeah.
Is that what it
Anyways,
is?
yeah, guns don't kill people. People kill people.
Yeah,
or
something
something
like
like
that.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
some idiotic rationalization of killing machines.
Mm.
Anyways, so we went to Mi Tierra, then we went to Two Brothers Barbecue,
Mm.
and I know I'm a very hyperbolic guy. Best meal I've ever had.
Come on.
It tasted like fucking Cindy Crawford's pussy in '89. It was just amazing. It was dripping wet. I posted a picture on Instagram. It was the kind of barbecue where you don't want to put sauce on it because you'll ruin it.
Interesting.
It was moister than my sister's asshole.
Yes.
I don't know why I said that.
It's a moist anal.
I mean, I meant to say, my aunt's nipple or,
No,
Kennedy's brain, whatever.
Sister's asshole's accurate.
I know. Well, I don't know. I mean, she has a regular asshole.
Got to sit on cotton balls.
I have this problem now because DePaulo, for years, he would get a Coke and then he'd spit it out and go, "That's flatter than my sister's ass." And it made me laugh every time. So now it's a go-to for me to just say my sister's something.
Yeah.
But my family listens to the podcast. They're going to be like, "What are you talking about Steph's asshole for?"
What?
You know
Well,
what I mean?
They're aware. If anybody knows about your sister's sweaty asshole, it's your family.
She doesn't have a sweaty butt. She's got a normal butt. And
It's leaking, baby.
I mean, I don't know what it is. I've never seen it. I've never done any homework.
You
But
must eat a lot of Fritos. burritos because there's some anal leakage happening.
There's just something about starting a sentence with my sister's something.
Of course.
But he would do it no matter what in the green room. He'd just go flat on my sister's ass.
Now that's a comedian. That's comedy.
He's pure comedy.
Pure comedy.
Here's the weird thing about DePaulo. This is not even comedian. He would always question every single time. It's like a weird OCD. He's a nutcase. He would question whether or not it was diet or not every single time.
Interesting.
He wants a Diet Coke and tastes it. Goes, that's not diet. Taste it. I had to taste all his Cokes.
Yeah.
I opened and I tasted his Coke.
He's a suspicious guy.
Very suspicious.
Yeah.
You get far enough right or left, you're very suspicious of everything.
Ah, interesting.
The ultra
Good
libs,
point.
they're all killing us and watching our video. The ultra right, they're all gonna kill us and watch our videos, whatever.
You got something there.
How about that Mark Zuckerberg? You see that picture he posted?
Lay it on me.
He posted a picture of himself, or someone took a picture, and in the background his computer has electrical tape over the camera. So Mark Zuckerberg's like this really smart guy, brilliant guy, billionaire, knows everything about computers.
Yeah.
He's suspicious that somebody's watching.
Whoa. Well, I've been caught jerking off to your sister's asshole quite a few
Oh,
times.
Jesus Christ.
Holy hell, I gotta cover that camera.
Yeah. Careful out there, folks.
Good Lord.
But anyways, so we went to Two Brothers. Unbelievable. We got the barbecue. Everyone's fat, you know. You go to a place,
Yeah.
everyone's chubby girls.
Yeah.
And they're, I'm being silly. We like to be funny. And they're like, oh my God. I'm singing along with the old time music and stuff. And making all these jokes. I think I could have fucked like a 16-year-old fat Mexican.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Don't put any sauce on her. You don't want to ruin it.
Right, exactly. But I'm sure she's got barbecue just squirting out of her cunt.
Oh, yeah. That's Stubbs.
But you know me, I don't like to get into this whole local, you gotta eat the local food, but when you're down there, I had some queso, I had some barbecue, and I had this mac and cheese, it's a gallon big. And
Why don't you want to get into the local flair? You got to do it.
I like to, but I just don't like the pressure. We've talked about this before, where people are like, you got Domino's in Buffalo, you piece of shit. You gotta eat wings. Or I went to McDonald's and fucking Aruba Ray still yells at me. He's like, I gotta eat fish. And I'm like, they're not even a food country. You
Right.
fuck. But anyway, so I had the queso, the barbecue, best barbecue I ever had. Let me just tell this one, and then I'll get out of the way because I know you got a lot of
go, baby. Don't worry about me.
Huge nuggets over there. They're not even nuggets.
They're sitting on nuggets in my pants.
They're,
it's very uncomfortable.
Yeah, those are hemorrhoids or herpes, something.
I think it's a carbuncle.
Arbuckle?
Carbuncle.
Who was Arbuckle? Wasn't there someone?
Fatty Arbuckle.
That was a comedian.
Yeah.
And then who was Garfield's dad? Wasn't that somebody? Arfunkel? Garfunkel?
I think you're thinking of Art Garfunkel.
Wasn't there a rival cat named Arbuckle? I think there was.
What?
From Garfield. Was there an Arbuckle?
You're not thinking of Heathcliff, are you?
Heathcliff!
There we go.
Has he got Arbuckle?
That's his name.
What was it with Heathcliff? I know it's Heathcliff, no one cares. What was his deal?
Oh, boy.
There was Garfield and Arbuckle
I think you're having a stroke.
and Heathcliff.
I don't know where you're going with this, Chachi.
What was Heathcliff?
Heathcliff was another cat cartoon.
different cat. Like
Different cat. He was an alley cat. He was a riffraff.
Yeah, no one cares. Heathcliff, no one cares. Right? Isn't that a thing? I'm pretty sure.
All right. I mean, I can't say nah.
I'm pretty sure. And then there was Garfield. He ate lasagna.
Yes.
What a weird thing.
But it worked.
We're
It
gonna
worked.
have a cat. What was his owner's name though?
I think it was John.
Oh yeah, John Arbuckle. I think it's Arbuckle.
Is
I'm not
it Arbuckle?
kidding. Look up
Google that,
Garfield's
Johnson.
dad. I think his dad or master, whatever you
It
call
was
a
a
cat
master
relationship.
That could be racial.
Yeah, I think it was John Arbuckle.
I don't know. I mean, I never got a last name. I think it's just John. But I know the dog was Odie.
Odie.
Yeah.
It is John. John is right.
It's not
We knew
Arbuckle.
John.
I think it's just John.
I think it's Johnson.
Well, where am I getting Arbuckle?
Fatty Arbuckle.
Was there a cat named Arbuckle at some point?
Maybe you're thinking of Robin from Batman. He had an R on his buckle.
Oh, well, that was. I hope you pulled a muscle stretching that far.
You're right. It was John Arbuckle. That is correct.
Oh, look at
Yes!
that.
How about
wow, that was sunken deep into your fat asshole.
Right up my moist ass. John
Holy
Arbuckle.
shit.
How did I know Arbuckle?
Man, oh man, you've never read a Garfield in your life.
No, I mean, I've read a couple Garfields. I never cared
Okay.
for them, but
don't
Jim
either.
Davis, right?
Yeah.
Wow, boy, I got that
Wow.
stuff stuck in my brain.
Arbuck.
How about that shit? There's so much information. I can't place one name to a face, but I got John Arbuckle in there.
Boy, if you were on Jeopardy and that was the daily double, imagine you pulling that out of your cunt. Holy hell.
Oh, I'd smear it all over my neighbor. And that little white thing they put up so you can't cheat.
Oh, yeah, right.
Anyways, so meet the Two Brothers. Let me tell this story. I'm on the airplane to San Antonio. It's like a 6:20 a.m. flight, and you fly a lot. What's the thing you always got to bring on the airplane in case the temperature there? You got to bring a
Jacket, hoodie.
A jacket or hoodie or a long sleeve, am I right?
Number one answer.
You're
ding,
al-
ding, ding.
You always wear it. You always
Yes.
bring it. Because why? It's a fucking cold on an airplane.
Yeah.
It's cold, it's hot, you take it off, you need an extra layer.
Yeah.
All you have to do is fly one time to know you gotta have a layer.
Yes.
But this woman behind me, this fucking crazy, kooky broad,
Oh, boy.
she's behind me and
CKB.
didn't like her vibe from the get-go. Didn't care for it, you
I
know?
copy.
She's kicking the seat, she's kicking the chair, yada, yada. She's arguing with everybody. And she loses her mind because because she's flying. It's July or June. She's flying from hot New York to hotter San Antonio. So these people, they just dress. It's hot, but now you're in a different place now.
Right.
So we're on the airplane, and she starts losing her mind because it's too cold. And she's like kicking the seat when she's arguing, and she's like yelling at the flight attendant. She's like, "It's too cold in here." And she's like, "This is absurd. All I have is a T-shirt. This is insane."
Jesus.
And the lady's like, "I'll talk to the." She's like sitting in the jump seat, you know. She's like, I'll talk to the pilot as soon as we get to a safe distance. She's like, no, you gotta talk to him now. You gotta call. She's like, I know you have a phone. You can call him.
Good
And she's like,
Lord.
I don't have a phone. Like, I can't just call the pilot. It's not a thing. I'm like, she's like, I'll call when I get there. She's like, it's 72. She's like, it's not 72. It's free. And I swear to God, she's screaming like a manager and an umpire. She's like, it's not 72. It's free. This is ridiculous.
Wow.
And it was one of those things I wanted to turn around and go, you know, you're the only one complaining.
Yes.
So it's you. Also, at this point, I have a hoodie because I always bring one, but I'm like, I'm in a T-shirt. It's not that. It's the same
Yeah.
temperature it's in right now. And she's like, this is crazy. And the lady's like, did you close the vent? She's like, yes, I closed the vent. This is my first time flying. I closed the vent, you piece of shit. And she's really going nuts. And then at one point, we get up in the sky or whatever, far enough, and then the flight attendant goes up there. She talks to the guy. She comes back and she's like, look, she's showing her paperwork. She's like, it's set for 73.4
Whoa,
degrees.
how about that?
She's like, this is standard FCC,
I love
ABC, NBC.
Yeah.
She's like, this is 74.1. And she's like, it's not 74. She's like, fuck you, it's freezing. And then at one point I got up because I was like, I gotta see this woman. She had her sleeves tucked
of
into her
course,
T-shirt
of course.
like a dumb child.
Uh-huh.
And then she starts yelling. She's like, get me a blanket. And the
Jesus.
flight attendant's like, we don't have blankets. And
Yeah.
she's like, you do have blankets. She's like, they have them in first class. And she starts yelling. She's like, I think it's ridiculous. They have blankets in first class, and they don't give them to... I'm like, first of all, I don't
is
think they
this
have...
quack?
I'm like, they don't have blankets, they don't have blankets.
Yeah.
Second of all, it's not ridiculous, and I got class issues, but like, they paid 3 times as much.
Yeah,
So it's not that ridiculous for them to have something that we don't have.
totally.
You paid $300, they paid $1,000. So I
how
don't
it
think
works.
it's just absurd. But she's like, you have them up there. I know you have them up there. And the flight attendant's like, we don't have blankets. She's like, I'm not lying to
Yeah.
you. She's like, I don't have a blanket. She's like, I know you have a blanket, you piece of shit. And then in the middle of this, just for fun, I wasn't even cold. I just pulled my hoodie out and put it on and kind of did a glance back, which was really fun. I was like, and I put the hood on and really zipped up tight.
There you go.
But so then we land, and then as soon as we hit the ground, we're still moving, she just gets up and like sprints to the front of the thing.
oh, this woman's a quack.
And then they come up and they're like, yeah, you can't come. It's not open yet. You got to go back to your seat. So she comes
Yeah.
all the way back to her seat. And then finally you hear the boom. Everyone takes their seatbelt off. And once again, she just bolts up there.
Whoa.
And then she gets like stopped, of course, because people start getting out. So she only
Good.
get like halfway. And then when she got up there, I was still in the back because I waited because I'm a fucking
human being.
But she was arguing with the pilot. She got in the pilot's face.
Jesus.
And like it did, it looked just like a manager and umpire. She's like, she turned her hat backwards. She's kicking dirt on him.
Yeah.
She's like, and the pilot's like, just look like, yeah, well, this is insane.
Right.
But don't you have the thing of like, well, you're the only one.
Yeah, of course.
There's 300 other people on the plane. Why
She's
is no one
crazy.
else going nuts?
Ironically, for how cold she was a real hothead.
Yes.
But-
She's a hothead, cold cunt.
Yes, but crazy that these people need to be penalized in some way, you know?
Yeah.
I don't like that they're running amok all over town, and they usually get what they want because they're the loudest.
She should be subdued. They should have put
Yes.
a dart in her neck.
They should have gotten her a blanket with smallpox.
Yes, a smallpox blanket.
Yes.
SPB.
Uh-huh.
Smallpox blanket.
It just bugs me that they usually get what they want, and obviously she didn't, which I like.
Yeah.
And she flipped out, of course.
Yeah, it was really annoying. And then real quick, this is a little quick one-liner story. Similarly, last night, or 2 nights ago, I guess, me and Stavros Halkias and Sarah Talamash, we took a cab back from the stand. Wild night at the stand. So we go to the stand. It's pouring rain. So I jump out. I'm like, I'll be the man here. I'll go get the cab. I'll
Yes.
stand in the rain. I get the cab. The cab pulls up. I go to pull the door. It's locked. So I just go, I keep pulling until
Yeah.
it opens. It's like, lock. Finally, it gets open. I'm getting soaked. It's torrential. They run out. They're getting soaked. And I'm like, whoo. You ever be in a confrontation when you weren't expecting to be?
Sure.
I get in. I'm like, hey, boy, it's really wet out there. So we're going to Astoria, and he's just fully turned around looking to that little crack, the little cube.
Yes.
And he's like, were you trying to break my door?
Oh,
like-
my God.
I go, what? He goes, you're trying to break my door. And I was like, no, I'm not. And he's like, you're pulling the door. You got to break the door. You're trying to break my door? You want to break my door? And I was like, no. I'm like, you get the door locked. It's pouring.
Yes.
I was like, I'm pulling on the door till you let me in. I was like, I don't know why you don't have your door locked. It's pouring rain. And he's like, you're trying to break my door. And so I had this weird moment where I'm like, well, what are we doing? Do you want us to get out of the cab?
Right.
And he's like, up to you. And so we had to stare down. And I'm like, all right, like, so we can get a different cab. And then they're like, no, we don't want to get another cab. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And I go, yeah, you got to unlock the door. I don't understand. I'm like, I'm not. And I tried to like take a deep breath and be like, yeah, I don't want to be in a confrontation here.
Yeah.
But yeah, the door was locked. I kept pulling it open until. Also, I'm like this breaking shit. I'm like, what break? It's designed to be pulled on.
Also, who's trying to break a door?
Yeah.
That was a stupid question. Are you trying to break my door? Yeah, that's why I came here. Wanted to break a door tonight.
Yeah, that'd be fun to snap your door and then ask you for a ride home.
Yes, that's my big plan.
But the fun part was similar to this chick. We get in the cab, we leave, and the traffic on the bridge is just gridlocked.
Oh,
and I
boy.
loved it because he's losing his mind. Because normally
Yeah.
you hate traffic, but it was me and Stavros and Sarah, and it was burning him up. So I loved it.
Yeah.
He kept like shaking his head, he's throwing his hands. I just hated the whole thing,
Uh-huh.
which I love because I'm like, yeah, just sit here in this fucking shitty traffic. Because we're having a blast back here.
But the meter's clicking.
What do you get? It's 3 of us.
All right.
It's worth $8.
Oh, okay.
Whatever it is, $10.
Yeah,
to watch
boy.
that guy.
A lot of anger. I have a theory that the summer, it's the heat. It's not good.
Ah, my God, the heat. Hot town, summer in the city.
Brings it out of people. Like crime goes way up in the heat. All that shit.
Yeah, the cold. No one wants to leave the house and everything.
Yeah. People get cranky.
Yeah, cranky anchors. You ever read Ladies and Gentlemen, The Bronx is Burning? You ever read that book?
No.
Terrific book out there, folks. It's about the 1977 mayoral race.
Ooh.
And the garbage strike. You know about that garbage
Yes.
strike?
Yes.
It was like a heat wave, 110 degrees. That was also Son of Sam.
Right.
And then there was the Yankees. It's told as the what do you call it? The pennant race.
Uh-huh.
But there was a garbage strike. It's like 110 degrees for like 2 weeks. No garbage pickup.
Yeah.
So this garbage was everything. It was just boiling garbage. Imagine all a day's garbage times 10, and it's 100 degrees. The whole city was just sweltered. People were throwing up and shit.
Jeez.
And then the Bushwick riots.
Whoo, yeah, with
Pretty
the
wild.
Jews, right?
I think it was more of the black folk.
I think it was the Jews and the black went at it.
Is that right?
That's what it was. Because a black kid got killed by a Jew in the Jewish neighborhood, and something went down. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I read the book a long time ago.
Yeah. I thought it was Crown Heights, though, not Bushwick. So we might have 2 different riots here.
I think it might have spread. Maybe we'll give that a Google or something. But I think there was part of it in Bushwick. I remember the book talking about Bushwick.
Okay. Well, I had a similar flight, nincompoop. How about this one? I'm an anxious guy, an anxiety-riddled weirdo. And I'm on the plane. I'm sitting next to this lady. You ever had this one? I'm sitting there, and I'm doing this with my knee. I'm doing the bob up and down.
Yeah.
I just, it's a good way to release some anxiety. It like helps you feel better.
A bottom leg bounce.
There you go. I'm bouncing. Just a knee up and down, as though I have a small child on my knee, just for the folks at home.
I don't think that's good for those children.
Like a little horsey.
No, I know. I've seen it done. I just don't think it's good for them.
Oh,
It
is that
joggles
right?
their brain a little bit.
Well, hey, I did it, and I turned out horrible. So, I'm got the leg bounce going, and this lady I could see the corner of her eye staring at my leg. I'm like, well, whatever. I got to do this. I'm weird. I have pent up rage or aggression, so this is how I get it out. This is my way. And she goes, could you not do that with the leg?
Oh, wow.
And I go, oh shit, what's the problem? Sorry. And she's like, it's just bugging me.
Jeez.
And I'm like, okay, sure. So now I'm just sitting there, and I got no outlet. Now I'm just sitting there all bundled up with this. Now I hate her, and now I got more anxiety, and now I'm freaking out.
Did you try biting a nail?
I bite a nail. They're all gone. So now I'm like, what the fuck do I do? I can't bounce my legs. So now it's all in me. I can't get it out. I got no outlet.
Oh, no bounce. You got to go jerk off.
I got to do something. But I was like, can we do that? Are we allowed to just do that? Like, what if I don't like the way you're breathing or you're reading or the way you smell? Can we just let that out? That's what you're traveling on a community transportation. This is public.
Yeah, what you're supposed to do is hold it in, be angry, tell a friend, then talk about it on a podcast.
There you go.
You don't just turn around and say, hey, no bouncing.
That's a good point.
You should have said you had MS.
Oh.
I got MS, sister. Get out of here. Then you ask for a better seat. I want first class. This lady just made fun of my handicapped.
Is that, I thought that was wheelchair.
Well, whatever the one is. MP.
I got restless leg syndrome. How about that?
No, that's not good enough. You got to go Ali. What's the Ali? Michael J. Fox?
Parkinson's.
Parkinson's.
Yeah.
Not MS.
Oh, I wish I had Parkinson's.
Yes,
Fuck.
you should have said
Damn it.
Parkinson's.
Oh, I should have had that. I should have texted you.
You could have been flying that plane.
I could have been a shaky pilot.
That's what turbulence is, I think. It's a parky pilot.
Yes.
Oh,
Pilot Park.
I hit my elbow.
Oh, you got Parkinson's now.
Oh, jeez, I hope not. I was scared for a while I had practice because I have shaky hands, but I realized I was just an alcoholic.
Oh, yeah, the TB, what do they call it, the tremors or something?
TB, that's a jaw thing, I think. Oh, that's TMJ.
Yeah.
Or
You got the
TMC.
TDs. Remember he had it on Seinfeld. He's like, I got the TDs.
Touchdowns. TDs.
I
What?
said something. It's like delirium tremor or something like that.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
There's so many things you can get. I'm terrified all the time.
Oh, yeah.
So people, they're fucking, so much can go wrong.
But you got to think, we've all had phones that don't work. There's a bajillion people on the planet. Some of them are going to be fucked up.
Yeah, but eventually you're fucked up. You can't
Yeah.
just live fucking. And then,
You're going to get something.
Yeah, I don't want to.
But that really bugged me. It was a 4-hour flight. I can't wiggle.
No need.
I'm
wiggle.
a wiggler.
Yeah, could you wiggle the other leg? That's on the other
No,
side.
but what I was doing was like twiddling my toes and shit, like all the stuff she couldn't see. I was like blinking a lot, and like biting my lip.
I wish I had been there because I would have been your Parkinson's manager. I would have leaned in and said, "This guy's got Parkinson's, sister."
Yeah, I need a card that says, "Hey, I'm fucked up. Leave me alone," or something.
That's not bad. Those
Yeah.
are good cards.
Hey guys, rule number 1 of mandom. No matter what you do around the house, you're likely to screw it up. Am I right, fellas? I don't need to tell you that. Your wife told me. Hey, what can I say? She talks. Anyway, I can help you smooth out pretty much anything. Just send flowers thebooks.com way. No woman in her right mind would turn away a peace offering of Books flowers. Books flowers are grown in eco-friendly farms on the side of a volcano. Seriously, a volcano. It's better soil and more sun at a lofty 10,000 feet thing. And apologies don't cost that much at Books.com because Books prices start at a mere $40. There are no upcharges, no extra fees. Listeners of our show save 20% off the bouquet of your choice. Just go to Books.com and enter promo code STORIES. That's BOUQS.com, promo code STORIES. Books.com, promo code STORIES.
Hey, this is Damian Lemon from In the Conversation.
And this is the voice of your choice, Ali Muhammad.
And alongside with Vladimir Camaño, we present In the Conversation, the podcast.
Yeah.
If you like shit talk on a professional level, you're going to love In the Conversation.
That's right.
And you can find In the Conversation on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, or wherever you go to listen to podcasts. Even if you listen through someone else's door. That's creepy, but we appreciate the support.
And we out here.
Peace.
So yeah, I flew back to New York, and boy, what a week!
Yes.
We talked about the roast.
Yeah, but hit me
Yeah.
with the shtick or treat.
Oh man, well, Monday night me and Matt Rubin doing a show for 9 years now. That was the 9th one.
Is that right?
Isn't that wild?
9 years.
9 years.
What's that? 07 we're talking.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So we have this show called Shtick or Treat, and it's once a year. Every Halloween we do it. And basically about 40 comics do 2 minutes of their favorite comics. So you got your Dice Clay, you got your Robin Williams, you got your, John Arbuckle, whoever. And they're all doing, Honeymooners and Steve Harvey and Patrice O'Neill. It's great. And we got picked up by CISO, which is this comedy network that's online that no one has.
Just reminded me last night, Nick Batter on stage was talking about CISO. And he goes, if you see something, say something.
Oh, yeah. Robert Dean had a great line. He's like, CISO, pay $8 a month for anything you can see online for free. Everything is like there's unlimited comedy online,
Right.
But they're charging for it. I don't want to shit on CISO because they gave us money,
Yeah.
and they're nice people. But so they picked up the show. They're like, we heard about this show. We want to film it. We're like, amazing. We've been doing this show forever. We got it down to a science. It's a killer show. It sells out every year. You're damn right you want it. Good call. So I get there. I show up. The show's at 8. I show up at 6. There's cameras everywhere. There's crew. There's grip. There's lighting. There's wires and pipes and all this shit. They got
Pipes.
craft service going out. The whole thing. They got a crew. They got PAs. And they're like, this is Marky's the host. They're like, whatever you need, Mr. Norman. We're here for it. It was crazy. It was like a real production. I felt like a star.
Wow.
And so I get backstage. It's a beautiful thing, the sticker tree, because these comics, they really go. It's like being a comic for the first time again.
Yeah.
You get backstage, they're all nervous, they're all pacing, they're putting costumes on, girls putting on crazy makeup, guys have got like a horn, ha ha ha, one guy's juggling, it's wild, it's like a circus back there, it's great. And everybody's nervous, there's a great energy in the air, and I find my partner in crime, Matt Ruby, we co-hosted together, and we just go over the notes, like, this is the order, what are you going to do? I'm doing Kramer, he did Mark Maron, and we had sound cue, everybody did a sound cue, there's all these musical things, it was just a great production, really high-end production. And the whole thing goes off without a bang. Is that it? Without a bang?
Hitch.
Without a hitch?
Yes, the Will Smith picture.
With a bang.
Yeah.
It's with a bang, without a hitch.
Without a bang.
You want a bang, not a hitch.
Bang is good, hitch is bad.
Yes. So, and hang is bad, but bitch is good.
How do you say it? What do you mean?
Well, I'm
hang.
switching
hanged?
the letters. You don't get hung.
Oh, yeah, I think it's hanged.
Oh, is it hanged?
I believe it's hanged.
But you can be well hung.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Well, hanged would be, you got hanged
well.
Yeah, that's a cock thing.
Yeah. Boy, I'd love to be well hung.
What's the origin of well hung?
I think it just hangs there.
It hungs well. Humdinger.
It sounds so naughty. He's well hung.
Yeah.
Hung like a horse. Maybe that's where it came from.
No, I think the hung is like a horse came after. The hung came first. That's the chicken.
Uh-huh.
And then the egg is similar to a horse because a horse has a good hang and it's got a huge dick. Big horse dick.
Then there's Kim Jong Hung.
Are there any animals that don't have pink dicks? I feel like all these animals have pink dicks.
I've seen some black dicks out there.
On what?
I
What
think
animal?
a bull has a black dick.
I think it might be pink.
Maybe the covering is black.
The covering. What's he
It's
got?
the foreskin.
Leather? Got a condom?
He's got foreskin. He's not wearing a Magnum.
But you see a cat spread its legs, a dog, a rabbit. They all got these little pink dicks. My dick was pink at one point, but then I just beat it into a brown submission.
Yeah, your dick's a brown belt.
It's got a thumbprint belt, but it's a brown body.
My dick's pretty dark. It's like a tan. It's like it'd been, bathing in Aruba. But it's got the red, that the rim is beet red.
Red rim.
The red rim. Great shining scene.
Red rim.
But, it's, the little, all the sensitive area. What do you call that? The crown?
Foreskin.
No, I got no foreskin. That's gone years ago.
I still don't know what a foreskin is, to be honest.
They probably snipped it.
Yeah, I got the Darth Vader cock. I got a proper big helmet dick.
I got a helmet as well. More of a mushroom than a Vader.
Oh, really?
It's a shiitake.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I've got some shit on mine, too, but I flicked it off.
I know.
Showered.
I was hurt when you did. But, yeah.
Physically or emotionally?
Emotionally.
Oh, okay. I thought it hit you in the eye or something.
You hit me in the eye later.
Oh, you wouldn't listen.
Woo! So, yeah, Sticker Treat was great, but how about this? We had 36 comics. We went to the 30th comic, Paula Poundstone. She's killing.
Who did she do?
She, I can't remember. Maria something did Paula Poundstone.
Heinig.
No.
Bamford.
Wachowski?
Maria Wachowski.
Something like that.
Sounds
She's got a weird name. Polish, I believe. And she was killing it. Did a great I used to love Paula Poundstone, by the way.
Yeah.
And she had a great joke. It's not a great joke, but she pulled it off. Like, I went to work out the other day, picked up a weight. I went, ugh! Anytime you have to go, ugh, put it down. That was her big bit.
That was very 80s comedy.
Very 80s. Rhythm, inflatuation.
She had another one. It's in the Boston comedy movie. It's a pretty good bit. Hey, there goes Jared Fried. Just walked by. She goes, I don't have a bank account because I don't know my mother's maiden name. Evidently, that's a big part of it.
That's a good joke.
And then she goes, I go in every couple of weeks and guess. I'm like, that's hilarious.
That's funny. She's funny.
Anyways.
So the fire alarm goes off. So everything was going great. Movie production, or TV production, cameras everywhere. Everybody's killing it. And then, lights are blinking. The whole audience goes, ah! They all run. They file out.
Wow.
They're running out of there. And I was doing like hang on, everybody. No. And they're all running past me. I'm like, no, wait, no, it's not going to be. It's not real. It's a drill. It's a drill. They're all running by me,
Wow. Was it an orderly file?
No, a what?
Orderly file.
No, it was a bad file.
Oh.
Disorderly, completely. And, they were running out. So I I had to go like, what was going on? Some kid was smoking weed under the detector.
Oh!
Can you believe this?
God damn it.
One of these comedian folk,
Probably Gomez.
drug dealers, criminals, drug addicts smoking weed, and then they had to wait for the fire department to come. So we had to go outside, and Matt Ruby's like pulling people in. I had to go on stage and be like, hey, everybody, we're going to do it. Who fucked the fire drill? We're going to pull this together. And they all came back, and we pulled out a hell of a show.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, it was one of the things that kind of gave everybody a smoke break. They got a drink, they took a shit, they changed the tampon, they came back, and it was all good.
That's kind of nice.
It was kind of nice, but it's a good story. This is the second show I've done where a fire drill's gone off on me.
Long Island. We talked about that in an episode way back when.
Way
It's
back.
called Mark and Joe's first gig together, I believe.
Check it out, folks. If you're a real diehard, you know what we're talking about. But yeah, we had Gallagher on roller skates. How about this? Gallagher goes out.
Who's Gallagher?
Jim Twos.
Oh, wow.
He's out there on roller skates. Hey, folks, got the Jerry curl, the fucking.
Jerry's not a Jerry curl.
Well, he's got the curly long hair.
Right.
It looked like a Jerry curl. He got a Jerry curl wig, I believe.
But Gallagher had straight hair.
Did he?
Yeah, it was straight, long, flowy.
Oh, I thought it was a curl in
So
there.
there wasn't a Jerry curl. You're thinking of Ice Cube.
Well, I know Gallagher didn't have a Jerry curl. He's a white male. But he had long curly hair. So I called it a Jerry curl.
Gotcha.
So he's out there and he's on roller skates and it's so hilarious. He's doing like jokes while like flowing across
That's
the stage.
amazing.
It was so funny.
Wow.
And I brought him up and I was like, "Give it up for Gallagher." And I put a watermelon on the stool and the crowd went, "Oh baby," because
Right.
they knew it was coming. And then he came out with a mallet and he's doing jokes and the roller skates. And
Yeah,
then he
that's incredible.
It was so funny. It's gonna be a great special. And then he comes out. And he goes, "All right, folks, blah blah blah." And then he leaves. And I go, "What are you doing?" And he goes, "I can't. They told me not to break the watermelon." And I was like, "Who told you that?" This is all on stage. He's like, "The production people. They said don't break the watermelon. It'll ruin the production." I was like, "You can't bring out a watermelon and not break it." And they're like, the director told me not to break it. I'm like, "I'm the host. Break that fucking watermelon." And he's like, and he told me not. I'm like, "Break it." So he pulls out a hammer back and he fucking smashes it. The place goes crazy.
Oh,
The whole
wow.
audience gets hit. The stage is ruined. And it was a huge ovation. And then I got in trouble.
Oh, really?
They were like, "What, we told you not to break." I was like, "It's a comedy show. He's Gallagher. He's breaking a watermelon."
Right.
And they were like, "Well, now we got to clean the stage." I was like, "Great, clean the stage. I'll do time. I'll kill time, and it'll be fine."
Wow.
And now I can't imagine how you can't watch that and have no watermelon broken.
Right.
Ah,
It's almost a funny bit, though, to leave it there and not break it. I mean, it's definitely better with breaking it. There's
yeah.
something funny about not addressing it.
that's true. But he went out and bought a watermelon. It was heavy. Ate a mallet in his hand. This is a comedy show, and we're breaking that.
Yeah,
that
break
was
the watermelon.
It was a very artist versus industry moment there. Like, it has to be broken. I'm sorry. Well, we got to clean the stage. Clean it. It's worth it.
Right. You ever hang out with Gallagher, by the way?
Never met him.
He's a real kook. He's nutty.
You've met him?
I hung out with him. I spent the night with him until like
What?
5 in the morning one time.
What?
Yeah, it was crazy. It was years ago. I got a couple of quick Gallagher's. I know we got a big nugget at the end of this.
Hit me.
He was at the Boston Comedy Festival, and this guy, Greg Rodriguez, funny Boston comic. I don't think he does it anymore. He was a Latino gay comic, and he was hilarious.
Aye.
But anyways, he had
my asshole.
He had a great line where at the beginning of the festival it was like, "Hey, it's Gallagher." By the end it was like, "Oh my God, it's Gallagher." And then everyone
Oh,
had-
yeah.
But they were trying to shoot a documentary where Gallagher would help young comics, advise them.
Uh-huh.
And I had heard he's a big thief. So I was even at like 20, I was like, I don't want to tell my jokes to this guy. I'll take my
Yeah.
jokes. So I was like, well, I do a lot of self-deprecating. And he sat there and he was like kind of fiddling his chin, you know. And he goes, I think I know what to do for you. Bring a basketball on stage. And I was like, a basketball? He's like, you're tall, you're lanky, bring a basketball and then maybe dribble it while you're doing your jokes. And when you hit a big punchline, just dunk it, you know, slam it down. I think that might work. He's like, what do you think? And he didn't even get specific. Dunk it on what? There's not typically a basketball hoop at most performance spaces.
Very rarely.
Yeah, and just a basket. That was his solution to young. There's going to be a documentary. Looking back, I'm like, they should have made that documentary. It would be gold.
Yeah.
It'd be a cult classic. But we hung out with him all night. He's a kook, but he told the great story about the first time he did the watermelon was New Year's Eve.
Ah.
He thought it'd be fun. At the Comedy Store, he smashes the watermelon, and it goes. Everyone goes crazy. It's New
Yeah.
Year's, and then as the story goes, as he tells it, Mitzi Shore calls him the next day and goes, "Hey, what's up with the watermelon?" And he goes, "Don't worry, it was a one-time deal.
Uh-huh.
It was New Year's Eve. It was a party." And he goes, "I'm not going to smash another watermelon." And then she said, "Well, you better. We're sold out."
Oh.
That's like the old showbiz tale.
How about that?
And Star was born.
Well, I got to get a watermelon.
Yeah.
Schumer's not going to like that. But yeah, so the whole show was great. Everybody did well. I was Kramer. So I came out as Michael Richards to, and I had two black folks in the crowd all set up to heckle me, and they were going, "Hey, motherfucker, where's the lane at? Where's Newman? Fuck you, we want Jerry," the whole thing. And I gotta tell you, I got Justin Williams and Khalid.
Yeah, Khalid Rahman.
Yeah, and man, we had no script or anything. I told them that night. I told them like an hour before. They fucking killed it. Black people can heckle. It's in them. It's amazing. It was beautiful, and they were nailing it. I was even on stage going, "These guys are fucking nailing it." And I had Jordan Temple in the back come out, and I was like, "All right, I figured this might happen again. Hey, Tony!" And Jordan Temple comes out. He's wearing big aviator glasses and a hat backwards, and he goes, "Will you niggas shut the fuck up?" And then he walks off stage. The place, it might have been one of the biggest lads. The place was fucking crazy.
That's amazing.
Yeah, the whole thing was set up like 20 minutes before.
Wow, that's great.
It was awesome. It was just a great night. Everything went well. We got hammered after the show. Just a great thing. A TV taping. You get a nice paycheck and a handshake from the director. It all went off with a bang, without a bang, with a hitch. With
no
a
hitch.
Arbuckle. And yeah, so it's just a great time. But the Thursday before that.
Well, no, but what but?
I guess there's no but. Maybe an and.
Or an additionally. You don't seem the kind of guy that uses additionally.
No.
That's too big.
Ouch.
I didn't mean that. I don't mean too big for you to. I don't mean you're not smart enough. I mean it's just
boy.
too many.
It's a lot of syllables
in the way.
Yes.
I'm not trying to say you're not smart enough to use a word like additionally.
Isn't that interesting? Because being efficient is very smart, but yet smart people use big words. You'd think if you could use a smaller word, that's more efficient.
Yeah. Well, I think sometimes people use big words to make it sound smart.
Mm-hmm.
They have small dicks or something. So, anyways,
Right.
Additionally, on Thursday,
did an arena show with Amy Schumer. You might have heard of her. It's at Madison Square Garden.
Oh!
Yeah, the Garden, baby. Frazier, Nix, Gretzky, Norman.
I think you have to say Ali Frazier. Just Frazier on its own, it doesn't quite hit.
It sounds like the TV show.
I thought you meant Frazier Crane.
Yeah, oh boy.
He
Hope
never
I don't
played
follow
there.
that route.
Yeah, Ali Frazier.
Ali Frazier.
March 8th, 71. The Knicks.
Knicks.
WrestleMania. The Beatles.
Yeah.
Maybe. I can't confirm that.
Simon and Garfunkel. Elvis.
Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Huckleberry.
Peach. But yeah, it was just a great time. And so the whole day of the Garden, I'm freaking out.
Yeah, take me through the whole
I'll give you the
thing.
whole day. I wake up at a lady's house. You
Oh,
might have
boy.
heard of her. She's got a vagina. And she goes to work. I go home. I'm just got garden all day. Just walking home, garden. And yeah, I get a call from my manager. He flew in for this.
He flew in
From L.A. Angeles, and he's like, "We're going to the Garden, but first we got to check out some venues."
Venues?
Yeah, we go. I'm doing my special.
Oh, I see.
Which I'm not supposed to. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to reveal, but fuck it, it's out. I'm doing a Comedy Central special in October, and we'd love to have you come out, fans. I'll tell you where later. But we're scouting venues, so we went and checked out a couple of theaters around town, which is a cool
ones?
moment. I went to the Jane Hotel. I'm trying to go a little weird and different.
The Jane Hotel.
It's a beautiful room. It's on West Side Highway. It's where they brought the Titanic survivors.
Really?
After the whole mishap with
that's
that.
amazing.
Yeah. And it's just beautiful. It's very Wes Anderson-y. Like the bellhops had little hats and everything, and there's like moose heads on the wall. It's really cool.
Bill Murray was there.
Yeah, the butler. And we go in. It's a beautiful room. It's a little small. I always forget, like, all right, this is the room, but then you got to take out 100 seats for cameras, 12 seats for lights, 20 seats for your fat aunt, your aunt. The whole thing. It's a lot. So then we go to the Minetta Theater.
Oh, and Minetta Lane.
Minetta Lane. I'm trying to keep it in my neighborhood because I want to be able to walk there with a steady cam from my apartment. Keep it all very natural. Get out of the shower, film the shower, no curtain.
It'd be kind of a funny bit if you did it like the Apollo, and that just shows you walking like 127 blocks.
Oh, that's
like
not
it just
bad.
keeps like doing a fade where you're like, your feet hurt, you get a blister, it's a whole thing.
You get a shot of the sun.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Yeah, you're wearing your pants on your head.
Right. That's not bad.
La
There's a dead
Griswold.
camel.
Yeah.
So the Minetta Theater, that's a beauty. 391 seats, just a real peach of a theater.
Yeah.
I don't want it too big,
No, you don't want to be too big.
I don't want these skirball folks coming in me.
Who's Skirball?
That's where Mulaney shot his.
Oh, I thought that was Garfield's nephew.
Could be.
That's what he coughed up, a Skirball.
There it is, folks. That's why you get the big bucks. Actually, we're not doing that well. But, then we go to Chipotle, have a nice pre-garden Chipotle with the manager. He goes, how you feel? I'm like, I feel good. And I take the train right up there and meet with my buddy Jason because he's filming the whole thing. We got the whole thing on tape, you call that. Got the whole thing on camera. And I go in to side B on...
But you're scanning through here.
Okay.
You're at the Garden. It's the world's most famous arena. That's
Yeah.
the name of it. It's a huge... It spans a
Yes.
full city block.
Yes.
If you've never been, it's one city block. Where do
Giant.
you go? You're walking around the whole thing.
I'm
I mean, who
getting
do you,
to that.
who
I'm
do
not
you
even
talk
there.
to?
I'm not to the garden yet.
You were just inside. I want you
No, I'm
outside.
not there yet.
You were just inside. You go,
I'm
I
not-
go in. I got my friend Jason.
I get out of the subway. I take the train
All
there.
right.
I get out of the subway.
We can read back the minutes. You were inside.
I'm telling you, I'm on 8th Avenue and 33rd Street.
Thank you.
There's the door. It's called like the
Garden.
B entrance or something like that. There's a big awning. We've walked past it a million times.
Of course.
Yeah, and they go, you got to go in the B awning. It says it's got a big B on it. I was like, all right, great. So I go in the B awning, me and Jason. It's crazy security. There's like 8 cops in there. They're all fat Brooklyn guys smoking cigars and mustaches. And they're like, who's this fucking hey homo? Ha 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 ha. And I'm like, I'm opening. Like, oh, you opening? Are you kid? I don't think. Oh, you're not opening for me. Blah, 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 you know. And I'm like, all right, I'm coming in. I'm doing the show. They're like, what? You know. And then they go, what's your name? And I go, Mark Norman. They go, I bet it ain't Mark Norman. I'm gonna see some ID. You know. And they're kicking me and punching me.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. So then. They get me in. They swing the big gate open. It looks very much like almost like a bus station. You know, it's just cold and weird and bleak in there. And they're like, "All right, go in. Who's this kid?" And I was like, "Oh, he's with me." And they're like, "I don't know." So I just go, "Look, he's with me." And I give him my badge. I go, "I'm on the list. Let him in." They go, "All right, whatever." So they let him in, and now we're in the bowels.
Wow.
We walk out, and it's just huge. We walk into this huge, like, it looks like a blimp hangar.
Wow.
We're underground basically. We had to we took an elevator down 5 floors.
Wow.
And we're just in this blimp hangar, high ceilings, just giant columns, cement, everything. There's a couple cars in there, a couple barricades floating around. And I see a bunch of guys. I was like, hey, we're here for the Schumer show. They're like, oh, let me see some ID, whatever. Then they sent us backstage, and now there's just photos everywhere of like Paul Simon and Elvis and Jay-Z and
Oh,
Beastie
my
Boys
God.
and WrestleMania and all this crazy shit.
Wow.
And Andy Kaufman, whatever the hell. I don't even know if he's done it.
Kaufman. I don't think Kaufman did the Garden.
Well, he's in there. They
How
liked
about
him.
that video of Jagger did coke off the knife at the Garden?
Yes.
That's amazing.
I was in there.
Wow.
That's where I was. So they go, here's your dressing room, and I had a nice photo of me, which is crazy. And I see the jazz band. Schumer's jazz band opens the show every night, so they were in there. And I was like, oh my God, we're at the Garden. Ah! And they're like, I know, it's crazy. And we're all eating food. There's free food everywhere. There's like pasta and burgers and cookies and sushi. Sushi in a green room is like, wow, that's next level.
Yeah.
When you see sushi around, and this is the giant tin bowl of beer on ice, which I love.
Oh, tin bowl.
Love a tin bowl.
Better than the Rose Bowl.
Yes, or Minute Bowl. And so that was great. And then there's the liquor thing over here, and there's giant TVs where you can watch the whole. You can just see the Garden stage on the TV already, just sitting there.
Oh,
You're like,
my
oh
God.
my God, this is crazy. Then I bump into old Marcus. He's the photographer. He films everything. If you've ever seen the videos of all the road gigs, that's him. Great guy. He's getting shots of all of us. We're all hugging. Everybody's in suits. It's amazing. And so I go, I got to see the stage. And, you know, the old fat white guy's like, I'll show you the stage. And he brings you out there. And there's just like this sea of seats. It's huge. You can't even see the back of the room. The ceiling's a million miles away. It's just, there's like a couple spotlights just swooping over the seats, you know, like, the whole thing's purple. The stage is huge. It's just bananas. The whole thing's bananas. I get a couple shots of me on stage. Maybe I'll post that. And, yeah, you really feel it. You're like, okay, this is what I'm going to be telling jokes on. I can't believe it. I
Yeah.
can't believe I'm here. I can't believe there's a basketball court under us right now. Like, the whole thing's crazy. And so now I don't know if you have this. First of all, I feel like I have to shit. I
course.
get the pre-show feel like you have to shit vibe.
Uh-huh.
And then I have the I'm so nervous I kind of don't want it to happen vibe.
Yeah.
You get that? I mean, obviously I want it to happen. Cause
I want to get it over with. I want to get out there. With
okay.
comedy, I always have that anxious of just, I want to get out there. The time before takes forever to me.
Right.
For any like TV or a big show or even headlining, in front of 20 people. The middle
Yeah.
act, it feels like he's up there for an hour. I'm like, just get me up there. I just want to get up there because as soon as that laugh, then I feel so comfortable.
That's interesting because I have it's 6:21 now. The show starts at 7. Technically, I go on at 7:30 because the band does a half hour or whatever they do, and so I'm like, I'm fine with it being 6:22 and then 6:23. I'm still like, oh, okay, good. I'm still good. But once it gets to be like 7:15, I start freaking out.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, I'm still good because I have like an hour
Right.
before.
Yeah, I have that. Yeah.
Okay, so I still feel good, and I just pig out. My move is just eat
Uh-oh.
as much as you can eat
Yeah,
and
jeez.
drink as much as you can drink. I cool it with the booze. I have like a whiskey, but I'm just pigging out on pasta and everything and sushi. I got like 8 trays of sushi in my hand. And Schumer shows up. Now here's where it gets kooky.
Uh-oh.
You know, when Schumer shows up, it's on. Like the star is here. Everybody ship shape, act right, get your head out of your ass. You know, here we go, get it together. So she shows up and I go, hey, Schumer. She goes, oh, hey. And I immediately go, oh, shit, she's pissed at me. I did something. Because I had to make it bad.
Right.
I got such a fucked up head. I had to make it a piece of shit night.
Right.
I'm going to do the garden. It's a milestone. It's something, a handful of comedians have done, and I got to ruin it with my own head.
Right.
Of course she's not mad at me, but
Yeah.
I made it seem like she was.
It's a big night for her.
It's a big night.
She's nervous.
Yeah, she's not worried about me.
No, she's not thinking about you.
No.
She hates you.
She hates me.
You're gay.
Which I'm fine with. I'm gay. That's why she hates me. She's homophobic.
But
No.
this is making me nervous. I have to shit. Just thinking about it. I also had Chipotle and Starbucks and the whole
That's true.
thing. But
I thought I saw something bulging there.
yeah, that's my cock.
Oh, well,
But
it's coming out of your ass.
boy, it gives me nerves because I'm doing the forum. So
Yeah.
I'm just picturing this. I'm like, I
Oh.
can't do it. What am I doing?
You're fine. You're fine. I'm creating things.
Yeah, I create.
You create?
I'm creative. What are you
We're
kidding?
very creative.
I'm shitting my pants right now.
All right, so you get it.
Of course I get it. What am I, a fucking asshole?
Hey, a
I'm
lot
a
of people don't get
comedian.
it. I don't know if you get it. We maybe have different thoughts.
How would I not get it?
All right, well, tell me you get it.
I get it.
Thank you.
What are you, crazy?
I need you to hear. I need to hear it.
I'm nervous here now before we start talking about this.
I'm painting a really anxious picture here.
I'm nervous walking to the fucking podcast.
Yeah, well,
the garden.
here
Forget
we
about
go.
it.
All right, so she shows up, and I immediately go, she's pissed at me. What did I do? Now I'm racking my brain. Oh, my God, I fucked up. Should I apologize? Should I go up to her and talk to her about it? Should I clear the air now so I got a good set? What am I doing? Ah! So now I'm a ball of nerves. Now I'm sitting in the corner shaking like a wet cat, just like, oh, shit, what do I do now?
Heathcliff.
Yes, I'm trying to talk to people, but I'm just thinking about it. They're going, so what have you been up to? And the whole time she's thinking, Schumer hates me. I'm going to bomb. She hates me. She doesn't want me to be here. What am I doing? I'm such a nut. And I have to keep telling them I'm having like mini panic attacks every 6 minutes, and I have to keep stomping out these fires in my own head. And
Yeah.
people just, no one knows. I'm just standing there eating a cookie. I'm just looking at like a TV screen. Everybody's going, yeah, he's normal. And I'm actually going, what the fuck what am I going to do? I'm freaking out. Oh my God, I can't do this. And I got my friend filming me, and I'm just standing there. I'm a human vessel, but in my head, I'm panicking.
Yes.
And, so now, the clock's ticking, things are going by, a couple of people, her dad comes in, hello, how are you? Good to see you, Mr. Schumer, okay. Their sister shows up, hey, Kim, hi, everybody hugs. But I'm panicking inside. We have a group prayer, panicking during the prayer. Prayer goes great. And this is the end of a tour. We've had millions of hours together, millions of sets, and I'm panicking on this last one. I can't just enjoy it. Finally, the band goes up, and they're cool as a cucumber. They walk out there all cool with their fucking instruments, and the crowd goes crazy, and they start bap, 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 bap. So I'm going, okay, I'm next. That's it, I'm next. Get it together, asshole. Stomp out that fire. I'm looking at my notes, and I'm looking at them, but I'm not really reading them. I'm not processing
course,
anything.
yeah.
And so I'm like, what if I forget my whole bit? What am I going to start with? I can't pick a starting joke. I got no opener. Am I going to do a joke? Should I do a joke about the garden? And I go up to Schumer and I go, and this, meanwhile, I think she's mad at me, so I was nervous going up to her and I go, are you going to do a joke about the garden or anything? And she goes, nah, I'm just going to do my act. And I go, she does hate me. Fuck. Damn it.
Oh, boy.
That didn't help at all. And so now I'm like, all right, I'm next. Oh, they're playing their last song. I'm next. Here it goes. I can't do it. I can't get up there. I'm freaking out. And I got a girl in the crowd. It was the whole thing. And I got a camera on me. So they finish their last song. They walk off. And I just start walking up the stairs. And Schumer goes, what are you doing? And I go, I'm going on. She goes, we're playing a video first. And in my head, I was like, there's a video.
The
Thank
video,
God.
you didn't like the video.
I love the video.
Oh, okay.
Because it gives me more time. I just want more time.
Right.
Which I guess is not good because it just gives me more freak out time. But I was relieved about the video. So they play the video, and the video kills, so you're like, oh, it's a good crowd. The video's killing.
Yeah.
So then they go, all right. She goes, what do you want me to say? I go, just say whatever you want. And she goes, one of my favorite comics. He's got a special coming out for Comedy Central in October. You're going to love him. I'm happy. And she's saying all this, and I'm like, she doesn't hate me.
No.
It was all in my head. Oh, my God.
The idea that someone that hates you inviting you to the biggest night of their life is hilarious.
Well, in my head, I'm like, she doesn't want me here, but she invited me. Now she has to have me here.
Right,
That's why
right.
she's getting angry.
Yeah, I feel that way about my wife.
Exactly. Yes, fiance. But I'm like, all right. So she doesn't hate me. It was all in my head. Here we go. And I just get up those stairs and I go out there and I'm nervous, but I don't think she hates me anymore. And I just belt it out and the first joke hits. Second joke hit. I'm on a roll. Then I get, 5 minutes in, I get an applause break. I'm like, we're in there, baby. And now I'm enjoying it.
Yes.
I'm just swimming in it. And I got to tell you, it's just a sea of darkness. It's just black.
Right.
Can't see a goddamn thing. You see a couple like ushers, flashlights in the distance,
Right,
and maybe
right.
a spotlight over here. And I couldn't see shit. And you're just throwing jokes out into the ether, hoping to get a response. It's the craziest feeling.
It's a microcosm of the whole business.
I guess so, yeah. And you just go, da-da-da-da-da, coffee.
Right.
All right, that one hit. Ba-ba-da-ba-da, girlfriend.
It's amazing. It almost comes back around to like an open mic.
Yeah.
Where you're literally just like, all right, well, this I think is fine. You're just kind of
Right.
throwing it out to nothing. We're like, it's just darkness.
Yeah.
And that's what like a mic is almost like. There's like 8 people looking at their notes and their phones, and you're just like,
I guess so.
I hope this worked. And then here
Yeah.
it works.
It's like that metaphorically, because at a
Right.
mic you can see them and
Right.
you go, oh, fucking Greg's not laughing.
Right,
but
right.
this is just like, I hope the city of New York enjoys me.
Right.
Even though I've done these jokes a million times, I hope they like them. And they always work, but I'm just freaking out. And so it goes well. And my opener totally ate it, though. I had a riff on
The band?
No. I had an opener on the Garden. I go, I can't believe I'm playing where the Knicks perform. Let's hope I do better. And I got like a,
Well, did you say perform? That might have been the problem.
I said something like that. I
Right.
don't know. I can't remember the exact wording, but either way, it didn't go great. But after that, for some reason, that joke bombed. I kind of felt better because I was like, well, at least I tried something. I was myself.
Right.
And who cares? Fuck it. Now I'm going to do my jokes.
Right.
And so, yeah, it went great. And my closer really brought the house down, which is a good feeling. And it was one of the things where I was like doing the jokes, but I was watching myself tell them.
Right.
Outside of body, I believe they call it. And I go, thank God I'm done. I got the light. It was the longest 22 minutes of my life. I got the light. I finish up. The closer kills. And I see Schumer waiting on the stair. I go, here we go. I'm going to really bring her up. So I just really like get emotional. I go, I can't believe we're at the Garden. I've been touring with her for 7 years. She's a fucking comedic beast. You're going to love her. Her hit show on Comedy Central. Trainwreck the movie. The first female to ever headline Madison Square Garden. Amy Schumer! And I'm telling you, this fucking reaction was so big, it like knocked me off my feet a lot. I did like a lean back, like, whoa!
Oh, my
and
God.
she walks out, and the spotlight swings from me to her, and they all get up.
Wow.
They all right, and I can see the whole place is fucking glowing, and the energy, and it was so loud, and I hug her, and she goes, they're great, right? I go, they're fucking great! And she goes out there and belts it out. Killer! Does an hour and 10 or whatever the hell, murdering. I remember she walked in and she goes, I'm from New York! And like, it was a weird thing to say, but it was so, just so emotional that
Right.
the place was like, we are too! It was amazing. And, yeah, it was I'm getting worked up just talking about it. And it was a beautiful night, and she killed, and then she invited me back up on stage, invited her brother and her sister. We're all up there hugging and waving, and, it was really something. And, yeah, then, we got backstage. There was a big after party in the Delta Club, which is like
the airport,
the big club in the Garden,
right?
And everything was on Berkowitz. So I was like drinking my face off. I brought my friends in. They're geez, I feel bad. I'm hogging this.
No, go.
All right, they're I got my friends in. They're at the club now. We're all drinking. Now the weight's off. We say hi to Schumer. She's fucking around. Everybody from Long Island is there. Her whole high school is there. Her family's there.
Wow.
And yeah, it was just it was a great night. And then everybody went home. That's Schumer. She's like, I'm just gonna go back to a hotel and drink. And yeah, and then me and a couple people went to Corner Bistro and got burgers and beers.
I love Corner Bistro.
Yeah, it was a nice little wind down.
Yeah, that's what's amazing about these big events and nights. They end, and then you're like, all right, well, back to life now.
Back to life, and you're just walking down the street. That's what's great about New York. It's just walking down the street, and hobos are going, can I get a buck? And I'm like, I just hit the Garden.
Right.
You give me a buck,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
that's always the most fascinating thing is that you've just stepped off of this television or an arena or whatever it is,
Right.
and then you're just a regular douche.
You ever heard that James Smith story about Natterman?
No.
James Smith from Australia moves to New York the night before Dan Natterman did Letterman. He was like watching it in a hotel room or something. He's like, this guy's hilarious. He did Letterman. And he sees Natterman the next night at Boston Comedy Club sitting on the curb. And he goes, oh my God, you just David Letterman last night. He goes, $1,200 and look where I am.
Wow.
It's like, oh, that sums it up so perfectly. So yeah, that was it. And we had burgers and drank, and I banged this gal I'm seeing in her kitchen.
Wow.
And that was pretty hot. And yeah, then the next night I was at a bar show in the East Village.
Wow.
And that's comedy, folks.
How about Doug Smith?
Doug
That guy
Smith did Conan.
Conan, and then he's cleaning up dog shit. Fucking
Yeah.
2 days later, he
There you
posted a
go.
picture. He's a dog walker.
Yes.
He's literally picking up dog shit 3 days after Conan. Hopefully that'll end real soon, obviously.
I hope so, yeah.
But boy, that is magical. Madison
something.
Square Garden.
And I have a photo of it. It's almost like it doesn't even know. I don't even know if it happened or not.
Right.
Thank God for the photos.
Boy, that is magical.
Yeah, and hopefully we can be there again. Because statistically, I will never perform there again. Let's be
Tuesdays
honest.
with Stories, live from the Garden.
Yeah, we can fill that up, huh?
Yeah, no problem.
If we have everybody who's ever listened to the show, we could fill it up.
Yeah, if we had all of our people fly here, every single person that listens, we would fill the Garden. And then have
Yeah.
some to spare. That's
Yeah.
pretty amazing.
That is nice.
Yeah, every week we have a capacity garden listening to our show.
We can do the Garden, maybe the Apollo. Something
Yeah,
like that.
we'll take everybody uptown that didn't get to go to the garden.
There you go.
Well, that is magical.
I feel bad. I got so emotional. I couldn't think of any jokes to tell during it. I just actually
Oh,
told the
people
story.
enjoyed that.
All right.
They
all right.
enjoyed it. I was on the edge of my, well, I wasn't on the edge of my seat physically, but emotionally.
Yeah. Well, retarded gook. That'll cover up some of the lost joke there.
Ironically, by the way, I told that story. Full circle, I'm freezing. I'm in front of the air conditioner. I got an extra shirt on. I'm dying over here.
Put
I'm
it
like,
on.
I'm like the chick. I'm going to run to the front and yell at the producer.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But I did have an extra shirt, but I didn't want to put it on over my cans because you were telling the story, so I didn't want to do a costume change in the
I
middle of this big
appreciate it.
story.
I appreciate it.
So I'm freezing, but well, we got to wrap it up. We got another hot episode we're about to record and stick it in the can.
Well, where are you going to be there, Fatty?
Well, I got the big news. Everybody, get excited, get hyped, get gay. The album July 15th, folks. Get the fucking album for God's sakes.
Yes.
It's on iTunes, Comedy Central Records. Are You Mad at Me? The long anticipated sophomore effort.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, folks out there, I've heard the album. It's great.
Yeah, you're the only one.
Oh, wow. How
You
about
and
that?
me. And
no one
then
else would listen.
The producers. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
So get that. July 15th. It's called Are You Mad at Me? And the same dates I've been plugging. I got Sunnyvale coming up in August, and I got the other one in August there.
Yeah, that's the good club.
Yeah, the other one.
The other one. Great room.
Dead Crow
Yeah,
Comedy Club.
that's fun.
And then I got Magoobies. That's not until December,
That's a
but
good
I
room.
got some stuff coming up. And so check that out. And
Tweets.
Bananas, Hasbrook Heights, July 29th and 30th. Email us, Tuesdays with Stories
Yes.
at Gmail. And
Send naked photos of you in our T-shirts and all that. Buy a shirt, merchcart.com. Follow us on the Insta, the Facebook fan page. Check me out at Syracuse, Cap City in Austin, Texas. Portland, Oregon at Helium. That's going to be a hot one.
Yeah.
And Tampa Side Splitters down the line. And New Orleans, I'm doing the Joy Theater in the end of summer, which is a hometown hero thing for me. So come on out to that.
yeah, and the biggest thing is tell a friend. Tell
Yes!
somebody to listen.
We're trying to
you
grow this
enjoy
thing.
it. Tell some people. Say, hey, listen to this fucking show. We could use
Yeah.
the AIDS.
How many other people are opening for Louis C.K. or doing the Garden and talking about on a pod? Huh? Where are you going to get that? Tell your fucking douchey cunts.
Good point.
Get on it.
Yeah.
I love you.
All right.
Sorry.
Thanks
I'm
for having us.
Trying to sound tough because I went real gay there.
Tuesdayswithstories.com.
Yeah.
I can choose what I wanna say. His censorship will take us to hell. No one wants to be themselves. Up in the heavens where legends cry. Hopelessly watching the music die. Please believe that we've
This has been a Stand Up Labs production, powered by digital media. Subscribe to new and archive episodes wherever you listen to podcasts, and find all of our shows at standuplabs.nyc.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Aha.